Hello everyone, so today is just a rant or a ramblings on where we're headed in society, or more specifically where capitalism is headed and where anarcho-capitalism is headed, and how nonsensical I think it all is in my criticisms with it. So there's like 2 or 3 big ideas that ANCAPs have right now, and I would say at least 2 of them are completely retarded. There's NFTs, there's the metaverse, and what is the third one? Web3 maybe is the third one. So those are the 3 big ideas. And first off the bat, my biggest criticism with those 3 ideas is that they're all in the digital realm. They all exist strictly in the digital realm. The metaverse is like World of Warcraft with VR headsets. Actually, it's not as entertaining as World of Warcraft, because in World of Warcraft you cast spells, and there's monsters and items and dungeons and all of these things. And I actually really enjoyed the artwork in World of Warcraft. I really enjoyed the, I don't want to call it set design, but the level design of World of Warcraft was really great. Just the colors are rich, the textures are very rich in color. Everything looks like a beautiful cartoon. But this is what we have. This is actually a better example of where ANCAPs want to take the world. And I say the world very sarcastically because it's nothing but a screen. It's not real. It doesn't exist. And I am a very strong proponent of reality. I am a very strong proponent of the physical world, which is crumbling. Financially, it's crumbling. And a lot of these ANCAPs, they might be so scared of changing the world. They might be scared of influencing reality because there's risk. There's financial risk in improving reality, at least initially. Once you build the first few hexagons and people actually enjoy living in them, and all of the pricing is known, all of the budgets are known, it's not really risky anymore. In fact, it's like the opposite of risky. Residential real estate construction is the opposite of risk at this point in history, at this point in the market. So they're really scared of going against the government. They're scared of improving reality because the government doesn't want reality improved. I think we can all agree on that. I think we all sense that inherently. The government wants to destroy reality, and the government is successfully destroying reality. They want to destroy the United States. They want to destroy society. They want to create a fascist dystopia. And they're well on their way. This is actually decades in the making, and they are well on their way. And yeah, this is the ANCAP solution to the fascist globalist dystopia. Is selling monkey JPEGs for $100,000. Now, if someone made up some fictional story where the most radical revolutionaries on the internet came together in their brilliant plan to turn things around, to heal the world, to reform society, was creating and selling monkey JPEGs for $100,000 a piece, if that was their big plan, I would say this is the most hilariously pathetic script I've ever read in my life. This is it's so dumb, it's hilarious. It's so pathetic that it's hilarious. And yet this is allegedly our reality. This is allegedly happening. It could just be a sophisticated clown world psyop. I'm not 100% sure yet, because it's just so hard to believe. the scope and scale of the tragedy of the Ancap movement and where it's ended up is something that cannot be overstated. We're talking about, in crypto, $1 trillion of wealth that has amassed in this community. And their grandiose plan, their grandiose vision is buying and selling monkey JPEGs. And you can even talk to these people. I have talked to these people, actually, several times. And I say, why is the movement headed in this direction? Why is the general tone and the general thought of the movement headed in this direction? Because it doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't accomplish anything. It doesn't solve anything. And after you spend $100,000 on your monkey JPEG, what do you just kind of, look at the JPEG? Like, you could have done that for free. I mean, I understand for real artists, if you want to support real artists, but, like, the monkey JPEGs are not real art. It's a gimmick. So when you have this discussion with real ANCAPs, they say, oh, well, that's the market. That's where the money is. That's where everyone else is going. And it's like, isn't the foundation of your philosophy, isn't it individualism? Making your own choices, determining your own path. Isn't that why you bought Bitcoin in the first place? You were able to make your own choices and determine your own path. And now everyone has to be into monkey JPEGs because that's what everyone else is doing. Like, they've fallen to collectivism. The idiots have fallen to idiocy. To pathetic mediocrity. And now we have the metaverse. We have this is the grand solution to the collapsing global economy, to rampant landlordism and general dystopia and despair. We're going to say the N-word. We're going to have a banana avatar in a virtual world, and we're going to run around and say the N-word until the sun implodes, until the end of time. This is the Ancap. This is the Ancap dream. This is the Ancap promise for all of us to run around as an effing banana, saying the N-word over and over again, or as an anime girl and pretend you're of a different gender, and you can get hit on by complete strangers that you'll never see again, over and over and over again, as you slowly descend into the black-pilled misery before your inevitable eviction in the real world. And this is the 21st century. This is the best we've got. This is the best we've got as a society. And we're just going to we're just going to pretend to get fake friends online. We're going to pretend to have fake digital friends, and we're going to be fragmented and alone, staring at screens, waiting to be evicted by the fascist dystopia in reality. This is a coping mechanism, ladies and gentlemen. We are running away spiritually, psychologically, mentally. We are running away from the fascist dystopia instead of standing our ground and facing it head on and physically building a new world against its will, against the grain that is the new world order. And here is our future. Hopefully these people can put out a VR headset, and hopefully they can try and pretend that reality is not reality. I guess that's the goal. Maybe some heroin will help. I guess some fentanyl that'll help the process along. And this is the best vision that humanity has. The best vision of the best of humanity. Mark Zuckerberg was on Lex Fridman's podcast recently. You may or may not have watched it. And I got about 20 minutes in, and all he could talk about was the metaverse. Metaverse this, metaverse that, metaverse this, metaverse that. And it was nauseating. I couldn't finish the interview. I was like, really? Like, you have so much wealth. You have so much potential to physically improve physical reality, to physically change physical reality. And you dedicate your life to creating a glorified fucking Zoom call. It's like Zoom 2.0. That's your life's goal. That's your big idea. Oh my god. Like, how the mighty have fallen. I mean, I had such hope for the Ancap movement in like 2015 or around that time. And it's awful. Like, all of these people, what? They turned into a landlord? Is this like now they want to be a digital landlord? That's the new big thing. I'm going to be a landlord in the metaverse. I'm going to collect rent in the metaverse. Like, what? What the hell? What do you think capitalism is? What do you think capitalism is? It's creating goods and services. It's providing goods and services. Who are you serving by creating fake worlds and then charging rent in the fake worlds? What kind of service is that? Like, I can play World of Warcraft for $15 a month. I don't have to pay rent to any. Well, I guess I'm paying rent to the company, but $15 a month. What's rent in your stupid metaverse? $200 a month? What, like, are all these landlords gonna jack up rent in the metaverse as high as possible and then like brag about their metaverse house? I mean, I can build houses for free in Blender. It costs me what, like a day, a week, and it's this is such a tragedy. This is such an unbelievable tragedy, where this is the potential for reality. This is the potential for the universe, and this is actually what we're going to have. So let me just stress this enough. Potential Ancapistan, real New World Order dystopia. Potential Ancapistan, real New World Order dystopia. And everyone's all about the dystopia. We would rather have a dystopia that we know, that we're familiar with, than venturing into the unknown. Venturing on an adventure into the unknown. Into a grand utopian vision. We instead are more comfortable with the dystopia that we know. And wow, it's such a sad state of affairs. We're going to run into deeper and deeper into the digital realm, into our stupid screens, when everyone is increasingly depressed, everyone is increasingly miserable and suicidal and broke. And no one is going to improve anything because we're all following the crowd. You can ask all the ANCAPs. Well, this is the next big thing. Zuckerberg said it's the next big thing. I was sold a Web 3.0 app by an ANCAP yesterday. This is actually why I'm making this video. And he said, oh yeah, there's a special cryptocurrency created for this network. And on this special network, if you pay this cryptocurrency, it actually allows you to transfer files with other people on the network. And I was kind of confused for a second and thought about it. And I was like, well, you know, what about Google Drive? What about uTorrent? What about all of these other file hosting sites that already exist and work fine, and they're free, actually? And he was like, yeah, well, you know, this has a crypto and blockchain and all this. And I actually got, in about 2 minutes, I got him to admit that the whole system is a solution in search of a problem. These ANCAPs are desperately creating solutions for problems that were already solved. For problems that were solved 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And that's, in essence, what Web3 is. Is solving problems that Web 2 already solved. And adding the blockchain, crypto blockchain, distributed market. And yeah, everything needs to be speculative. Everything needs to be an altcoin. Everything needs to have some stupid market price that goes up and down every single day. And I have good news for everyone. Our Arcology bonds will actually have a stupid market that goes up and down every day. Except this market will be creating and financing this city that you're looking at right now. So it's a little bit more sophisticated than this, right? You can see this will be reality. This is fantasy, reality, fantasy, reality, fantasy. And we have to step back from all of this nonsense. We have to step back from the screens and ask ourselves, do we want paradise in reality? Or are we going to be a banana avatar running around screaming the N-word in a fake virtual world until the end of time? Because right now, the latter seems to be what everyone really wants and where everyone is really headed. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up there. The Ancap movement has been just an increasingly disappointing mess for probably the last 5 or 6 years, and I hope and pray that whoever's watching this can help turn it around and share this video and etc. etc. Anyway, that's it. Thank you, and try and have a nice day. Probably not. We're all fucked.